It's like you can't believe that you, as somebody who has done nothing wrong, has taken care of your kids, to be subject.
According to you, yeah, sure. According to you, you've done nothing wrong. Great. The evidence for this is what? Nothing. There's a lot more evidence that we should be suspicious than not.
To this forcible investigation because of some fucking freaks online called
No, this cannot happen because of some freaks online, okay? This is not like swatting. This can't happen. Investigation can't get to this level just because of some person online calling CPS and lying, especially after the CPS officer has already been there. They have clearly seen more than what he's letting on.
Anonymously to say that our kids are crawling around in shit. The immediate question for me was, who did this and how am I going to hold them accountable? It didn't take me long to catch the trail of the obvious suspect, which is the work of a subreddit dedicated to harassing me, my family,
dedicated to harassing you. It's a subreddit that is dedicated to watching your podcast and like saying that they don't like it and stuff, criticizing it. It's not fucking harassment, dumbass.
Their families too, frankly, known as Snark. H3 Snark is the place that they originated. If you don't know what Snark is, it's this growing phenomenon of communities dedicated essentially to destroy someone's life, picking it apart, harassing.
Now, I don't know about I'm not up with the law or something, but I'm pretty sure this guy is the origin of like the original so-called Snark community, which was actually against Trisha Paytas, who I don't know anything about and I don't want to know anything about, who as far as I know is Healer's sister-in-law and his sister-in-law as well, I guess. And it got to the point with her where she was begging them to please do something about it, and they just told her, I don't care, you know, you deserve it. And now like something not even remotely that bad. Like, this is not harassment or anything. This is just people criticizing you, criticizing things that you openly share on your live stream, and you're trying to frame that as like harassment that you were a victim of. Here's what would be harassment. Harassment would be like post about how people should like find you in real life and like berate you or something. Harassment would be like people posting pictures of your house or something, or like sending you threatening DMs or something. Harassment is not saying like on a subreddit, Ethan Klein is a poo-poo head because he said this thing on his podcast. Harassment is not criticizing you for things that you said publicly on your show where you're a public figure. This is not harassment, dude. It's especially not harassment when it's people talking about you rather than to you. Big distinction there. Provided they aren't saying things that could get unwarranted action be taken against you by other parties, like doxing and stuff like that, it's totally warranted for them to critique you for shit that you say on the internet. You're a public figure. What the fuck do you expect? You go live on a podcast and you say, my kid contracted Giardia, and then you go on to say, when someone asks how you get it, oh, you get it from eating poop. When someone sees that and they're like, wait, his kid ate dog shit and got a parasite, you have no one to fucking blame for that but yourself. They're merely critiquing you for something that you said on your stream. So this entire narrative of harassment is fucking bullshit. If you are actually getting harassed by anyone within this community, you can't claim that it is like to blame on the entire community unless you have any proof that they actually spurred this person who's doing so, which you never fucking do, nor do you ever provide any proof of actual harassment. Just like people leaving mean comments or, you know, critiquing shit that you say. It's always that.
Them and just trying to ruin their life. It's something that's become quite common on the internet, and something that Reddit, who is the main host of such activities,
they're not trying to ruin your life. Come on, no one gives a shit about your life.
Take, for example, right here, H3 underscore, which is the new Snark page. The top post on this page is from somebody named Bad Empanada, which we'll learn more about.
Yes.
It says, Bad Empanada with another banger. Quote, you're the best parents I've ever seen. Said house slave Abdullah Ayad.
Is this supposed to be like evidence of harassment?
After CPS visited them because their kids contracted parasites from dog feces.
That's literally, their kids contracted parasites from dog feces. Yeah, I showed a clip where you had said that. True.
Clients frequently advocate for genocide of Arabs while Ayad sits obediently in silence. He is a tame domestic animal. This is just literally, anyone of a normal disposition can see plainly how fucking insane this is. It has 400
Why is it insane?
3 hours.
Are you going to explain why it's insane? Okay, here's why it's not insane. For one, CPS was factually visited Ethan Klein because Ethan Klein factually said on his podcast that his kids had contracted a parasite from what he said was ingesting dog shit. This was factually said. Two, now I don't particularly care about American sensibilities regarding the term house slave because what house slave means is someone who is of an oppressed group yet who betrays other members of that group in order to maintain their own position within the social hierarchy. That is precisely what he does. 100% true. This guy sits there while Ethan Klein does Zionist propaganda and
Deathmatch.
He's paid by Ethan
Destroy
Klein
the enemy.
Crap you'll ever see anyone see.
I know. You said you guys are
losing this fight.
Heads up, frag! 5 of them.
Jews for Palestine. He's called them couples. He said that Jews dysfunctionally the exact same term as capo. It's like a collaborator who betrays other people. In this case, he's paid by Ethan Klein to be a yes man. So, like, Ethan Klein cannot explain why this is wrong. He doesn't know. Explain. Is that really the best example that you got of being harassed by this subreddit? Is that like me insulting one of your crew members for being Here is a clip of Ethan Klein comparing Jewish Voice for Peace to capos.
They're Jewish collaborators with fucking Nazis.
Ethan, don't do
that. I don't understand that.
Important component.
Israelis.
XP in your AO.
Without being outraged.
Didn't mean.
3 pointing the
Doing whatever they wanted to do for a paycheck. Whatever his own view, I'm sure that they are not in the funds, but
Let's fucking go!
as they So yeah, there's nothing crazy or wild about that story. It's insulting for sure. Like, harassment or anything, you act like it's fucking belief in. Calling them a collaborator is an opinion. Using terms like
Hostile
outside
UAV
or
established
is an
overhead.
opinion, one that you yourself have expressed in the past. You obviously don't think it's wrong. It's so fucking hilarious that he's pretending that it is now.
The active sub of absolutely deranged community is being legitimized by creators such as Hassan, such as Denim, such as Mike from PA, and all these and legitimizing the most crazed psychopaths.
I bring this to YouTube because I respect the H3 snark.
This guy's Adam McIntyre. Killer Klein just said that Adam McIntyre should be disappeared, which is
Hostile removed.
Just want to note that this is the person who is trying to claim is like targeting him and attacking him. The podcast said he should be disappeared, unironically. I mean, they should link this one out with the 30-second thing that they have that gets rid of stuff.
Instagram stories up on his record.
He doesn't provide evidence for it, obviously. The reason why he's doing this is because he's still doing none of what you say about it is actually happening. Criticizing you, which they have perfectly It's happening to every creator, more or less. What do you fucking expect? Week in, week out with no pushback from anyone. You claim that it's like harassment and show no evidence of it. At best, what you have are like at best, there's like a couple of individuals who have harassed you. You can't actually point to the subreddits doing so.
The Destiny subreddit.
I think it's time to go to college. Here, for example, is Denims, aka. Let's take a look.
He lets his dogs shit all over his man.
Grenade coming in.
Everything in his possibly
Backup's not coming. You want to get out of this alive? Better step up.
I look into it, and every time.
You fucking me? Activate catch-back protocols and get your asses back to base.
Family getting Giardo.
already have Mold Mondays. Now we have Shit Saturdays.
Also, this is not a joking matter, by the way. It can be very severe.
Peter Griffin voice line. That's awesome.
I mean, much like many other illnesses.
Enemy moving. Hey, that's just for you.
Chat. Universal agreement. CPS social services
Who
program.
fucking cares? It doesn't matter what the chat did, if any of them did it. It does not matter because quite clearly, one, what you said yourself on your stream warranted a visit from CPS. Two, what the CPS officer saw in your house warrants a further investigation. So, yeah, you're blaming these people like they called CPS. This is not proof of calling fucking CPS, obviously. Just like it's not fucking proof of anything when people in your community say, oh, you need to call the cops. Like they do this all the time. Ethan Klein has at multiple times implied that like I am wanted in multiple countries. For what? We don't know. But his fucking fans are constantly like, Bad Empanada needs to be arrested. Bad Empanada needs to be committed to a mental institution, all this sort of thing. And I guarantee you they have called the cops and stuff like that. They have trying their best to make something happen. But nothing's happened, obviously, because there's no fucking basis for it. Do you know why Ethan Klein got a visit from CPS? Because there is an actual basis for it. Random people making bullshit calls is rarely considered some sort of real basis for any real action by like any government fucking agency. The one exception is like swatting attempts about active shooters. In America, that tends to work the most. But this is not that at all, obviously. So spare us the victim narrative. If CPS was called, it was warranted. And clearly the CPS themselves consider an investigation to be warranted given that they have not stopped. Self-victimization. How about instead of self-victimization, use some introspection and ask yourself, why does CPS think that more investigation is warranted?
Yes, that's child endangerment. Okay, if his kids have Giardia, they need to be taken away. Actual worst father ever, etc., etc. I'll let the chat play for you, but you can see just how crazed this community is. And once again, this is Denim's chat from the first. The call came on.
Oh, boo fucking who, the self-victimization. Your community does this to everyone else. So much worse. None of this is evidence of fucking anything, and you obviously know it. Please try to fucking sue her for this. Where's it gonna go? Nowhere. Nowhere. It's not illegal to tip CPS off about something.
The third.
No wonder his house is covered in dog shit, and his neglected children raised by nannies have contracted parasites previously unknown to science from the feces. I wonder why he skipped over all of this, because everything that I said in this story, which by the way, notice how he never, this is what Ethan Klein always does. He always ignores the actual content of what he is responding to pick out a few things and try to frame his enemies as like crazed psychopath killers. He does this with me every time. He never actually responds to the substance. Instead, he like picks out like a couple of things where I say things that are completely warranted, but that are like personal attacks on him. And he ignores the substance, which is me talking about the actual issues and refuting him on that. Every fucking time, he's just like, can you believe this guy said that my kids crawl around in dog shit, something that I implied myself on my podcast? And he ignores like the 50 minutes of the rest of the video where I debunked his bullshit. Every time it's the same. Compiled by his crew.
No wonder this motherfucker's always sick. Yeah, it all makes sense now.
By the way, these people can't keep their talking points straight. On one hand, it's we don't raise our kids and our house is just run by nannies and housekeepers. But on the other hand, we also keep our house so dirty that there's dog shit everywhere. I mean, what are the housekeepers and nannies doing?
It all makes
well. So the housekeeper, as has been reported in multiple places, the housekeeper filed a lawsuit against you a month ago, alleging that she was fired 2 days after she asked for some time off to get and recover from hernia surgery. So that's where the housekeeper has gone. That's what's happened here. The question is very easily answered. That's at least we suspect the housekeeper is gone, given the lawsuit.
That's why he doesn't care about Palestinian children when he is neglecting his own. How is this happening? How is it happening? How is this happening?
I have a 10-month-old, a 5-year-old, and a 3-year-old who are in school. Of course, I'm sick all the time. Once again, these childless people pretend that this is uncommon when, of course, anybody with any sense who's being honest. The thing is, these people are knowingly lying. They know that they're lying.
Who's knowingly lying? Who? which specific claim is a lie?
It makes no sense what they're saying, but they do it anyway because, as you can see in the chat, and Denham's endorses this clearly, as you can see, she's not moderating this at all, and it's pretty much 100% of the comments saying call CPS on them. Their kid should be taken away. That she wants. She believes that it's justified to break up our family. This disgusting fucking human being.
She never said anything like that herself, obviously. If you could hold people accountable for what their chat says or what their subreddits say, you'd be in fucking jail, Ethan. Your fans have threatened my family. Your fans have fucking tracked down the minor sisters of people you've harassed on your stream. They've tracked them down. They've tracked down their place where they go to school. They've threatened them. They've said they're going to kill them and their parents. So, cry me a fucking river. Her chat, like, saying, oh, we're going to call CPS. Oh, someone should call CPS. Is not even remotely like that. In fact, a CPS call is warranted.
Endorsed by Hassan and the entire left community on Twitch, who is protected and elevated by Twitch, is on her platform right now advocating for our children to be forcibly removed from us by Child Protective.
If your children are taken away after a CPS investigation, then clearly it would be warranted, Ethan, because you are not telling us what they found.
Services. Denham is such an evil...
And for one, why, I have to ask, why the fuck would CPS take kids away after this? Wouldn't CPS simply tell you, hey, you need to be cleaner. You need
Hard
to clean
point.
up the house. You need to
Capture the objective.
I don't think they would.
Hard point is secure.
Away anyway. Like, don't. It's like people talk about how terrified they are and you pay the money and everything's fine. Dude, this is nowhere near as like apocalyptic as he's framing. He's trying to make it out like we got squatted.
Hostiles have the hard point.
Get a CUAV on station above.
Hard point located.
There was enough wrong to take action is that they would.
Hard point is active. Hard point locked down.
It's like literal, like fucking child abuse and stuff like that. Not this.
to have a platform.
TACCOM, give me a UAV.
You're kidding me. Ethan Klein on his fucking podcast, bringing up the Instagram.
Hostiles have captured the hard point.
Ordering his and this person accurately described she
Hostiles.
intentionally doxing.
Hard point is secure. Hostiles have the hard point.
He said it.
Hard point identified. Hard point active.
I need to let go.
Hard point locked down.
Bringing in recon.
This was sent to my sister today. She's 16 years old. These have not stopped. They haven't slowed down. So shout out to Ethan Klein that my mom, who is an artist, has to deal with this shit. You are truly the morally superior
platform. Random Instagram commenters for calling Peter Klein a Nazi, who gets that family and minor.
Hostiles have captured the hard point.
Aim to CUAV. Temptor's online.
On his own podcast. Something that
Hard point is secure.
if it's true.
Hard point located.
Is it true? Well, I would say given that Ethan Klein himself
Push them back!
someone being actually irresponsible.
Hard point is active. Hard point locked down.
Podcast, I was on a story. And she was which ended up being
Next call. Enemy watchdog helo inbound.
also at Giardia, and we treated
Enemy impact grenade.
with that too. So she had Giardia, so we had her on
Get me eyes in the sky.
UAV established overhead.
Sonny's crawling
Bringing in
around,
recon.
everything in his mouth.
Hellstorm ready to launch.
The next part, which was Killer has Giardia,
Hardpoint identified.
UAV
check 50%.
He left out a video where he specifically says that he believes that this is contractual.
Hardpoint active.
Also have it, which is what CPS would have seen if they fought.
Request received. UAV exiting your grid.
Hardpoint is secure.
He has Giardia.
Oh shit.
Hellstorm strike. Authorization flag.
Rifle. Rifle.
Hardpoint locked down.
Effective strike once flashed.
It's extremely
Establish counter UAV overplay.
poop.
I wonder why people
Kane requesting UAV.
that
Hostile sentry turret active. Hardpoint located.
yes, it is. By the way, there's some weird like scat thing going on here. I'll keep it.
Hardpoint is active. Hardpoint is secure.
His mouth. I mean, these kids will literally just lick the floor. Put anything in the world in their mouth. And that's completely normal. That's what having a toddler is like. All of it.
Hostiles have captured the hardpoint.
She's very clean. But the point I'm making, again, for all reasons you understand, is that
I don't believe that she's clean at all.
Giardia can actually be spread just from...
Enemy.
From what you actually said, which I and others were actually responding to. Like the other thing that we thought was unwarranted.
If you have something to say, you best say it. Hardpoint locked down.
Correct yourself later.
Hardpoint identified.
Giardia, or at least one of your kids.
Kane requesting CUAV.
It was from eating dogs.
TACCOM, get me a UAV.
Hardpoint active.
Overreacting
Hardpoint is secure. Watch your fire! Hit them hard!
reasonable suspect if he's having diarrhea. Eyes on him! It's actually commonplace to happen. And despite what Denim says, it is not certain death. It's actually...
Available for tasking.
UAV mission.
UAV commencing surveillance operation.
He never had diarrhea.
Hold the line, Crimson. This is ours to lose.
UAV mission timeline.
Hardpoint located.
Arguments, and we're supposed to scrounge through every fucking second of your show for your
Molotov out!
update our fans.
We're flying on
whether or
fumes.
not-
UAV returning to base.
Hardpoint is active. Hardpoint locked down.
The mere fact that you consider the possibility of having this parasite, that is already to like the mere fact that you
Tally shot!
TACCOM, establish UAV overplay.
shit that is
Standing by.
All units prepare for exfil. This one's ours.
I know how to do a lot of things. Losing isn't one of them.
for us to cover that. Like, give me a fucking break, Ethan. You can't just say something and then act like when they take away
Called CPS. An old baby who's just starting to eat solid food had diarrhea. That's why these people think it's justified.
No, they look. If someone called CPS, which I doubt anyone at all related to these communities called CPS, but even if they did, if they called CPS and showed them this is CPS fault, then CPS clearly has some they're in the right to visit you, aren't they? How aren't they? How is this clip not warranting of a CPS visit? You implied within it that your kids somehow ingested dog shit and contracted a parasite.
To send an agent of one of the most overworked, underfunded, underappreciated community service workers in the entire fucking world to come and waste their time because my son
I was
had
like,
diarrhea.
oh, I care about the resources. Ethan, if you care about the resources for CPS, maybe you should be against the military funding for Israel. Those resources go to CPS then.
When in the city of Los Angeles, there are kids and families that absolutely need help from people like this.
So are you saying not that like the visit was unwarranted, rather that there are more higher priority cases than yours? Well, that's a bit of a Freudian slip, if I do say so myself.
And this guy's wasting his fucking time coming to my house and doing an investigation on my kids.
If he's investigating you, then he's not wasting his time because he clearly saw something that he believed warranted further investigation.
Because my 10-month-old baby had diarrhea. By the way, Bad Empanada was recently banned for 7 days for playing a video game in which
That's not true. I was not banned at all, let alone for 7 days. I don't even think you can get banned from YouTube for 7 days. That's just a lie.
roleplay as Hamas on October 7th.
All that happened is YouTube deleted one of my videos, nothing else.
And he went to a military compound in that game and said he was, quote, looking for secretaries to kill. He was looking for Hilo.
Kill confirmed.
Ethan Klein is
Use of deadly force has been approved.
A video game where you attack a military base because it's Palestinians, and that means that it's like Hamas terrorism. Incredible. He's like, this is Bad Empanada. And Ethan, what do you want to?
You're falling behind, Crimson.
Is the beard perhaps a bit Islamic, Ethan? Looking quite Muslim in that picture, aren't I, Ethan? Kind of terroristic, huh? We know what you think. We know what you mean to imply.
To murder her in a game where you play Hamas. This is the type of person that is being elevated.
I'd like to pay tribute to Ethan Klein and the new Twitch TOS that declares Zionism. Zionist a slur. I'd like to pay tribute to him by playing the first and Alexa video game where you kill Zionist soldiers.
Move it here.
Zionist soldiers and resistance fighter. Ethan, Allied combatants. How is that wrong? What's wrong about it, Ethan? It's self-evidently bad. You think that attacking Israeli soldiers is wrong, Ethan? Self-report. I mean, is the Israeli army like to leave this in? What is this supposed to be?
What fucking Ozempic bins? I don't understand what's going on around there.
He said I'm on Ozempic. Oh, he implied that I'm stupid. Oh my God, is that the best that you can do? This is like harassment. Well, everyone who you fight in the first and Alexa video game is a...
What the hell is your problem?
He's just straight up lying about this game.
I give this game my seal of approval.
You fight against IEF soldiers, Ethan. You have not explained this to us.
Again,
Semtex front.
Posted a story. Who's being elevated.
Do you believe that I really called CPS, or do you think that I posted that, which I didn't, by the way, it's fake? Do you think I really called CPS, or did I just post that to play into your fucking absurd delusions where there's like a secretive cabal of YouTube and Twitch creators campaign against you? Aren't you supposed to be a funny man, Ethan? Aren't you supposed to be someone with wisdom? Don't believe everything you see and take it at face value. Or like playing...
Too fucking close!
Clear, there's still no evidence.
I'm not losing another friend.
Playing a joke on me. Because you pretend to take that seriously.
Push them back!
Your fans just have to do a lot of work.
Denims and tons of creators
Oh
left.
my God! Someone who
Get a UAV on grid.
Not illegal nor actionable in any way, shape, or form.
It's all over the internet.
Ladies and gentlemen, everyone else, please welcome Bad Input Not.
Bad Empanada has been going crazy at Ethan on the second channel. Well, yeah, because Ethan Klein's too afraid to talk to Bad Empanada or talk about Bad Empanada watching his videos. So fucking milk that guy.
I mean, yeah, in a nutshell.
Hell yeah.
Actually responding to Ethan Klein response is just like ad hominem, like trying to paint me as like the He knows that he's wrong about this.
It's like, well, exactly. This
Just listen to his voice. He's not having a good time.
He's been making a lot of hate videos about me about the terrorists.
Stop making it sound base, man.
Good point, Ethan.
Bad Empanada has put out a video about H3H3, and this is just for my own pleasure that we're
Authorizing UAV ECM mission. Now authorizing UAV mission.
Subject, on! Injecting stim.
And he's like trying to guilt by association. For one, you never showed that any of your attacks on me are even remotely true. All that you've done is showed absolute fucking nothing burgers and tried to paint them as like clearly horrible when they're all actually deal with the my videos.
TACOM, I need eyes overhead.
To avoid doing so by
Hostile RCXD in your AO.
bullshit like this guy's a terrorist member of Hamas Hezbollah. Oh my god. And these other guys like him. Ad hominem and then actually say about you. It's just a fucking joke. He's such a fucking little moron.
Now, trust me, I would pursue the whose MO is essentially
No, you wouldn't, you
he
coward.
actually fled to Argentina, like his Nazi.
I fled to Argentina.
Come on, let's go!
Tell us more. Be more specific, because some of us actually can. Against me. Your claims here are obviously wrong. You can sue people in the US. Argentina has much stronger defamation laws in the US. It's actually a criminal offense in Argentina to do defamation, if you didn't know. Suing people under civil law. You don't even actually need to
Time disrupted.
to investigate. So, why don't you? Why not? Because what I say about you is fucking true.
Armed enemy.
And they ain't shit and they got a parasite.
Catch me eyes in the sky.
Played a video where you said that happened, Ethan. You can't sue me, not because you very much can.
Count the UAV above.
Single shoot.
What I've said about you is fundamentally true, and this will be proven in court easily. You can't sue people for statements of opinion. Like, for example, if I call Healer a terrorist, that's a statement of opinion. What you can actually sue people for is statements of fact that they got wrong. Please retract. Contracted, according to him, from calling on the what you yourself said. It's not it is a factual statement because I am again citing what you said. Very simple. And again, I have offered to you before that I will make myself suable in any jurisdiction that you want so that we can litigate this. It would be amazing. Please try and convince the court that I falsely implied that you had said that your kids crawled across the floor and ate shit and got parasites from it when you yourself said that it happened on a stream. I'll just play the clip, win instantly. Thank you. Get in contact. I've offered you this multiple times, Ethan. Ethan Klein's entire MO is frivolous legal threats, and I think he knows that I would play a ball and I would take it to the trial stage and he would get fucked. He relies on suing people who are in my position. Like, if he sued me, I could just crowdfund the legal fees and go to court. And I would argue that what I said was factually correct. So, I mean, you can't bully me like you want to bully other people. Doing that to me wouldn't affect my life at all. I would pay nothing. Other people would donate and they would pay the fees for me. The lawyers would do all the fucking work. I would just sit here going around my day, waiting for the inevitable verdict where they rule against you and you pay all my fees, Ethan, and then we would graciously refund everyone who contributed. That is what would happen. You know what would happen. That's why you don't fucking do it. Your lawyers are probably arguing with you every day like, Ethan, we can't fucking do this, Ethan. This is frivolous, Ethan. We can't do this shit. And yet, you keep going. Yeah, I'm sure, Ethan. I would get sued because someone called CPS to report something that someone, not me to be clear, called CPS to report something that you yourself had said on stream. Then CPS investigated you, and they found that there was enough basis to it to continue their investigation. Yeah, Ethan, I'm sure you could sue me for that. I'm sure. That would work very well. Why don't you fucking try? You can sue me in Argentina. You can sue me in the US. Ethan, where do you want me to go? Do you want me to go live in Brazil for a while? Do you want me to go live in the US for a while? Canada? Mexico? Tell me where and we'll do this. Just say it. I will gladly go there, wherever you want, whatever jurisdiction you want. And we can go to court and we can litigate whether or not what I said about you is true. Let's go.
the predecessors. And unfortunately, it is very difficult to get to and
Nazi predecessors. Hila Klein is a fucking IDF veteran. No one is more Nazi than her.
people in Argentina. So enjoy the
It's not difficult to sue people in fucking Argentina. Ethan, type defamation lawyer English speaking into Google. Find one. Do you want me to help you? I can help you. Get in contact. I'll help you find like a good one. Let's go, Ethan. Let's do it.
Of Nazi refugees, you will fit right in there, my friend. But don't worry, guys. Denim says, even if this did happen, it's nothing to worry about because children actually don't remember anything. Isn't that fucking awesome? Look at this. It might be the dumbest, most pathetic thing I've ever heard in my life. Here's Denims on the floor. And then the part
This is just him trying to frame this as if it is like swatting. A guy with a clipboard asking your kids questions is not a fucking traumatic experience, Ethan. Give us a fucking break. You did not get swatted. Armed men did not fucking put guns in your kids' faces. Hila Klein went on a raid where soldiers put guns in kids' faces. That's the IDF's thing. You're not going to reverse victim yourself here. Hila Klein did this to people and helped to organize doing this to people. You are not a victim of this. Swatting, raids, that's what happens to Palestinians. A nice man with a clipboard asking your kids questions is not a fucking traumatic experience. Give us a break.
My opinion crossed the line was like, so I'm going to visit your kids at school and ask them questions. And I says, you're not fucking doing that. I mean, we both were like, that's not happening.
No,
not going.
terrifying.
You are not doing that. So he agreed to come visit our house
next week
when the kids are at home because he needs to fucking interview our kids as a matter of procedure.
But I was like, I really don't want you to create any bad memory here for them. Like, they are 5 and 3. They don't understand this shit. So I told him,
create any bad memory for them. You're not forming memories at 3 years old. And it's very rare that you're forming memories at 5 years old.
It's a dumb response, but I mean, a CPS visit is not fucking traumatic. Give me a fucking break.
15, you have maybe 1 or 2 memories.
And again, the CPS visit is clearly warranted anyway. So give us a fucking break. The CPS would not be continuing to investigate unless they had a real reason to do so.
Talking to a random stranger once isn't really memorable for a kid. There's a wide variation across about the mean across methods, cohorts, the average age of adults' earliest memories.
I don't know why the fuck this is just dumb. Just say a random guy asking your children questions with a clipboard in his hand is not fucking the same thing as like a swatting raid. Fucking trauma is what Hila Klein helped to give to Palestinian children, not that.
That the average adult starts forming memories at 3. What is happening? What universe do we exist in where this is a popular creator? One more time, guys, because it's absolutely fucking unreal. One more time, guys.
There's a wide variation across about the...
Oh my, he's just using this as, in the end, Ethan Klein is using this as a vector to attack the same fucking people who's been trying to attack the whole time. The content nuke failed completely, so now he's doing the fucking frivolous lawsuit against fucking Reddit nuke. The same thing that he has laughed at other people for doing for years, he is doing now. There's a stupid line of argumentation, but ultimately what this is him failing completely to do anything to Hassan or any of Hassan's friends or anyone who has said it, with the content nuke. And now going on this fucking pathetic, fake fucking mass Reddit harassment campaign against him as a result of his content nuke failing so fucking badly to do anything. Now he's just trying to form this victim narrative. And this is the result. Like, the content nuke was such a backfire on him that now he's claiming that fucking, like, Reddit is covering up gang stalking campaign against him led by Hassan Piker and Bad Empanada. He's using CPS visiting and investigating him not as a wake-up call to take better care of his kids, but rather as a reason to just screech and moan at the same fucking people he's been screeching and moaning about what is ultimately a disagreement on Israel-Palestine this whole fucking time. He is so unable to talk about the actual substance of the issue of Israel-Palestine that he is doing this. That is what this is. That is the root of this. His attempt to deal with the facts in his content nuke went so fucking badly for him that this is the result. A sad, like, insane self-victimization campaign, arguing with, like, shadows about how there is a fucking gang stalking campaign against him on Reddit. Oh my God. Framing anyone who critiques him as part of, like, an elaborate gang stalking campaign. I can't believe the fucking narrative that he legitimately thinks his kids are going to be taken away rather than CPS telling him to clean the fucking house.
It's cohorts. The average age of adults' earliest memories is 3 and...
I just want to be clear here. The title here, Stalkers. A stalker is not someone who engages with your public-facing content that you yourself choose to make public as a public figure. A stalker is not someone who responds to who critiques your podcast. A stalker would be like someone who like tries to find things out about you that aren't public, stuff like that. Finds you in real life, stuff like that. A stalker is not fucking someone who just watches your podcast and critiques you based on that. God, just endless self-victimization. Okay, this part is bad. This argument by Denims is bad. It's a bad argument, but as I said, the argument here is not this. It's CPS. It's not a fucking FBI fucking SWAT guy with a rifle. It's a guy with a clipboard asking him questions. These people know how to deal with children. Give me a fucking break.
How exactly am I supposed to get through to a person and convince her wrong when she's literally disproving herself on her own stream and then ignoring what just came out of her mouth 5 seconds earlier? Her defense for sending the CPS to break up our family and to interrogate our 3 and 5-year-old is that, don't worry, kids don't remember.
Interrogate. Why do you keep using this term interrogate? It's an interview. He's like trying to frame it like he's a black kid who just got like erroneously arrested by the cops or something at gunpoint. Dude, you're not. You're a rich white guy who got visited by CPS for completely valid reasons based on what you yourself said in a podcast. CPS are not cops. They aren't like an armed fucking agency or anything. It's a dude with a clipboard.
Stuff, which just also, besides being pathetically, sociopathically insane, not to care about the well-being of kids, just demonstrably false.
And just to be clear, she didn't have any fucking part in this. Give us a fucking break. She did not call them. Shut the fuck up. You're just desperately trying to blame this on everyone else. Like, if you think me or her or other people did this, then fucking report us to the cops. Not that it would go anywhere, because it's obviously not a fucking crime to tip CPS off about someone.
Knows that the most formative years of a child's life is around that age of 4, 5, 6, 7, when kids really take in their environment and develop who they become as people. Pretending as if interrogating.
Your kids are going to be traumatized by having a dude with a clipboard.
My 3 and 5-year-old sons couldn't.
The only one who gets traumatized are the kids who were subjected to the IDF raids that Hila Klein helped to organize in the West Bank.
Possibly cause any damage because they can't remember is the most insane, monstrous thing I could even imagine somebody to say about this. And it's just, beyond being insanely dumb, it's just callous, pathetic, and, well, really speaks for itself. It's the dumbest thing I think I've ever
Face off team deathmatch.
This whole theme
Neutralize all threats.
On my kids is something that takes place on Reddit. Originally, on this subreddit, they have doxed us, harassed our employees.
We're winning.
How they doxed us, how they harass your employees. You provide zero evidence of this.
Employees who are not even related to basically every conceivable way that you can be harassed.
Show us.
Actually,
Where's the doxing especially? That's a big claim. Where is it?
The subreddit was closed indeed. However, not by Reddit. According to Reddit, this subreddit is still fully open and operational and is committing no
We claimed the advantage. Now hold it.
A person named Sturgeon. And here's the thing. Have become more and more unhinged. And actively covering up.
If you have something to say, you best say it. They're in my sight. Drop them.
Someone made a post accusing you of deleting posts about Ramadan. While you look like fucking Popeye.
Sending the Semtex.
Fucking Popeye. Jesus. Ethan, are you fucking insane? It's a Reddit post. Someone just said that you're suffering about Ramadan. Even if that's false, you're possibly presenting this like it's some sort of incredible that you could possibly obviously that your subreddit was legal. This is the best you fucking campaign and doxing campaign and stalking campaign against you. Ethan Klein, you need help. What is this? This is so fucking bizarre. This is nothing. This is literally nothing.
And getting picked up by shit tier about anything. And we looked for we searched through it to see what this was. And sure enough, continued to persist on their site. In fact, it was completely covered up by the team of H3 Snark. Here they are. Here's the money.
Your office is... If you're a registered company and you're himself has said that it is not. And when people this is also not doxing because this is a private Discord. They're not sharing it. They're not telling people to go there. Go there. It's not sharing public business address in a Discord server. You know, it's a business. If you want to find out something about the business, you Google it. It's not fine. It's public info. For two, it's especially not doxing when they just post it in their Discord. If you try to it would clearly not be against the terms of this is just total bullshit. You're lying.
Break, so I'll just drop this info here in case you need it in the future. We found the H3 studio and Teddy Fresh actual address. On the right is H3, on the left is TF.
By the way, there's no evidence here that this is actually the H3 studio. This guy has any links to it. It's just him saying so.
Studio listing, here's the link. It's identical to the H3. Here's their address.
There's so many holes in this that it's insane.
These are the moderators. This isn't even like the community members. These are the people running our fucking subreddit. These people are knowingly putting us and employees in danger by sharing this address with each other with malicious intent.
These people putting you in danger?
So once I started discussing surprise, deleted their
deal with frivolous litigation by a rich guy.
They're down.
Put your head down and secure the target.
Hostile shooter!
So what we're doing here is trying to file deal with a fucking scorned rich guy who's being criticized on the internet. Even though they would obviously win the case eventually. I, on the other hand, would be happy to be on the receiving end of stop going after them for no reason. But like, you're telling me you're going to file a case against them, and basically this case is they found my business registration. There was a post from their that's your fucking legal case against them, Ethan. Are you fucking crazy? You're losing your fucking bank here, like, honestly. There has to be a allegation from
Area pacified. DLZ. Helos on the way.
Hell of an effort, everyone. We earned that.
Especially hard to do civil litigation against people for free. I say it's one of the hardest countries to do it. It's just insane. You are a fucking moron.
Frag! Injecting stim.
more insane. And just read the comments. You're not going to believe what you see there. And if you want to take a walk through memory lane, go over to
people
H3 Smart
criticizing someone who they don't like on the internet. Like, give us a fucking break. A public figure.
that are left up there and enjoy. Just to give you an idea about the CPS thing, here's an excerpt from the new Snark page, an exchange of great minds. All I know is that the more he's fucked with, the less he's supporting propaganda. I can only conclude that it is a good thing and that it must continue. The ethics of it mean absolutely nothing.
I am smoking gun. Someone approving of CPS visiting you on Reddit. Damn, dude. Mass harassment campaign.
Active brigading harassment to the act of trying to break up our family and call CPS. Has Reddit done anything? Despite us complaining, making noise.
They're not going to do anything because no rule has been broken, no law has been broken, nothing wrong was done here. You're just self-victimizing when you have no fucking valid reason for doing so. Give us a break.
Reaching out for the past 2 years about the Snark community, worse. I believe, and I will show you why, that Reddit is colluding with, protecting with the moderators of the Snark community.
I believe that Reddit is colluding with the moderators of a fucking Snark subreddit. Oh, he thinks like the Reddit CEO is in cahoots with a subreddit that criticizes him. This man needs help. He needs assistance immediately. Oh, no way. Ethan, you're right. You're right, Ethan. I am in cahoots with the Reddit board of directors, the Reddit shareholders, me, and Twitter poster Yup Lovely. We are in control here. We have dinner with the Reddit CEO every day, Ethan. How did you know? It's going to come crashing down for us if you reveal it. You
admins that
crazed
work
fucker.
inside of Reddit that are members of this community and actively protecting it. I will show you my evidence. The first thing is that Ela works with a management company who has a connection to Reddit community managers. We first went through them, an official channel, to say, hey, this snark is out of control. They're harassing us all. They're definitely violating the site rules. Can you look into it? A day later, guess what? The snark page was permanently closed. Hey,
Hardpoint.
all we needed was one person to take a look.
Secure the objective.
Used her privileged position as a
Hardpoint is secure.
to erode.
Hostiles have the hardpoint.
Appeals by the
We've given up the lead.
erroneous ban that used her connections to undertake. Okay, you poor little baby. I'm glad this happened.
Hardpoint locked down.
Privileged treatment by social media companies. Great.
Look at it, and obviously it wasn't compliant with the rules. Well, 3 days later,
Obviously, why? You haven't actually provided any evidence that it's broken any rules.
To celebrate. H3 mod announcement. We're back after a much-needed break.
Hostiles have captured the hardpoint.
Relationship with Reddit is currently better than ever, and we're in good communication with the admins. Now, that to me stood out quite tremendously, considering that our subreddit was 600,000 users. The second on the entire site behind Joe Rogan has never...
Hardpoint identified.
They never reached out to us, but the admins are in constant contact with this...
So the admins are in contact with them, Ethan, because our friends at Reddit and
Hardpoint
Reddit are in
active.
contact with them to problems with the subreddit if there were any. That is what happened, Ethan, quite clearly. You're trying to frame this as a conspiracy when
Hardpoint is secure.
the result of your own actions. As they appealed your false ban against
Enemy Hellstorm launch detected. Hostiles have the hardpoint.
Eyes on hostile subject.
Hostile throwing impact. Target ID.
frame this as the Reddit admins are involved or something. When you can you follow your own fucking train of thought? Like, it's my wife contacted Reddit to get this subreddit banned. Then the subreddit gets reinstated, and they say they talk to Reddit admins about the ban. Ethan, it's very fucking clear what happened to everyone but you. Your narrative is insane.
Small niche subreddit dedicated to harassing people, but we, one of the biggest subreddits on the website, have not heard a single word from them ever. When someone created a snark page,
Why would you receive a word from them unless there was like a reason to, like a false ban, for example?
dedicated to Hassan Piker, it was immediately deleted for harassment. Take a look. The subreddit was banned due to a violation of Reddit's content policy against harassing content. So it's harassing when it happens to...
Why don't you show us the actual content? Because if it got banned and these subreddits don't get banned, perhaps the content was different, Ethan.
Hassan Piker, but it's okay. Great behavior when it happens to Ethan Klein. What's with the double standard? What about Trisha? Trishyland was a huge snark subreddit. It was super active, and these people were, really nasty. Trishyland was also banned. The reason given is this subreddit has been banned for excessive
Wasn't this,
copy.
like, in part your doing? Now you're against it, Ethan? You're against it.
We performed dozens of...
He's trying to get... He's doing false copyright attacks. This is the guy who claims to have set a precedent for fair use against erroneous copyright claims.
Dozens of posts. All the posts we removed had zero commentary or specifically stated that their intention was to steal and siphon views from our property. Besides being granted dozens of DMCA takedowns,
it's not. No one explicitly said that. The intention is to critique what you're saying. That's it. And you do fucking erroneous DMCA takedowns against people who you know do not have the resource to contest them legally.
It has actually had the nerve to serve us counter notifications on these or to downright reject dozens and dozens of...
Wait, even Reddit recognized that your takedown notices were so frivolous that they were confident enough that you would not litigate against them if they refused them. This is a big corporation that responded to you with that. Ethan Klein, that's fucking embarrassing. He's like, they had...
Overdrive!
Our takedowns were frivolous. Well, I personally would trust Reddit's lawyers on this more than I would you. If you think that these were not frivolous takedowns, why don't you? Your strategy isn't to actually litigate for real. Your strategy is to threaten. Your corporation.
DMCA request. Now, how the fuck does
You
Trisha...
saying they're legitimate does not make them legitimate. You don't take I just want to know that he's provided no evidence of harassment, doxing, and his claims were Reddit terms, so it's ludicrous.
Curious about how you're. I'm gonna throw
Chuck a Molotov.
on your profile, not just a black hit. Oh yeah, dude, that's a cool documentary on.
This is not what's happening to you, Ethan. This is not at all what's happening to you.
10 hostiles eliminated.
No one's posting pictures of their future school.
Eyes on enemy.
They're just taking the company apart. This is not the same. You're a fucking liar.
Enemy using shock charge.
Not the same thing. And trying to get people taken down for criticizing you for 2 years is fucking pathetic.
Kilo inbound.
Why did Reddit list?
Everyone on me! Go!
Incoming grenade.
Eyes on Semtex!
Enemy one-shot kilo overhead.
Eyes on enemy.
Platforms do not want the trouble of dealing with potential for Reddit to backed by a lawyer, not just like an individual filing them, is indicative of the fact they are very confident in the fact that they're illegitimate. Man, it feels good to be able to go and walk to the tap and get a nice drink of water in my house, in which I do not need to be worried about dog shit everywhere and watch my step. Hydrate. There is no waterborne parasites in this water, to my knowledge.
But myself.
Process for copyright claims like DMCA's in the US that you could be filing. Why aren't you doing that? Sure.
Piss out, crash!
Legal threats is what these are.
What the fuck's
Catch
going
myself
on
out.
out there?
You don't follow
Night duck joke's fine.
That's probably why they ignore you.
What's up, Kilo incoming on your location? Mission shit, I'm pulling the plug. Time to fade.
It's even better. A few days later, maybe a week later, it's back open, and the moderator now detects a user named Shredder Cheese, which is a reference.
I killed.
Cheese. The mod.
Got him.
Vile, disgusting bullshit about people all the fucking time. That someone making fun of your dead dog is not even close to what you think is fine against people you don't like. So spare us the tears, you fucking baby. You do way worse to people in way worse ways. Constantly all the fucking time. People making fun of you by calling an account Shredder Cheese. Like, that is what you usually do.
Breakthrough Stark, named Shredder Cheese, is now the owner of Snark. How, you ask? I would also like to know.
You're getting outplayed so fucking hard by random Reddit moderator losers. Like, if I lost this hard to Reddit moderators, people who care enough about Reddit to do this shit, like, I would be rethinking my life and how I'm spending time with it. Like, you were at war with Reddit moderators, Ethan. You were at war with, like, generic fucking neckbeard people. With the guy from the funny Wojak image. You were at war with, like, a fucking Quadaddle. A flock of these guys, and you are losing. What are you doing with your life? Your entire life is trying to get one up over Reddit moderators who you think are irregularly gaining control of internet subreddits. Ethan, who cares about who controls a subreddit, Ethan? What is wrong with you? Disconnect from the internet. You need an internet detox. What is this? Ethan, I'm trying to plead to you as a human being, okay? Ethan, you aren't okay. You're not in the right here. You are, but what you are doing is something that any normal person should be able to recognize is deeply stupid and unhealthy. No one should ever be complaining on their platform to hundreds of thousands of fans that they are losing a war to a neckbeard Reddit moderator who took control of a subreddit they made called Snark. You shouldn't care about subreddits. You shouldn't care about any of this. You have fuck you money, you have fuck you audience, you have fuck you influence. It doesn't fucking matter that people criticize you online, Ethan. None of it matters. You could literally just stop going there and it would have no effect on you whatsoever. What is wrong with you? You're letting random Reddit moderators who know how to like manipulate Reddit systems better than you do to gain random subreddits.
Let them have it, Black Ops.
Letting them get to you. Internet detox.
We got the lead. Now hold it.
You're letting cheese.
Enemy outside.
Name an account. Shredder fuck with you, and you're making a fucking name channel video about him, Ethan. Are you fucking with me?
The fuck is that?
Falling behind.
Target dropped.
Now, let me show you.
Yeah, because they're not.
Lead dive.
I'm calling CPS on Ethan again. It says this time because his kids are around science, which is a high predictor. Fucking. That is still up on the subreddit.
Damn it,
That
we've
was
lost the
reported.
lead.
Reddit admins reviewed this and said, no, this is compliant.
Yeah, it's not against the rules to call CPS on someone, Ethan.
Using stim.
It's not against the fucking rules. It's not
Nice.
against any
We're
law.
pulling ahead.
It's against the rules to report someone to CPS. Obviously not. Because
Enemy's got a shot charge.
A million times is not fucking fucking against any law to say CPS should be calling this person, and it's time for you to stop pretending that it fucking is.
In closing, let's take a look at Reddit's #1. Reddit is a place for creating community, and you are not for attacking marginalized or vulnerable people.
Grenade coming in.
Taking control.
Contact down.
And this post does not violate
Enemy with Semtex.
Harassment or bullying based on identity or whatever to say I'm calling CPS on you. That is none of those things, Ethan. Just like it's not bullying or harassment for your fucking fans to say, I'm calling the police. I'm like, your fans literally said, one of your fans, I'll bring it up. One of your fans literally said this the other day. Ethan
Enemy UAV inbound.
reported me to the police for Instagram stories insulting him. I am not shitting you. This comment right here says,
Hostile field upgrade there.
In Argentina for. Like, the Australian Federal Police are going to question me for calling a staff member a house slave. That's optimistic. It's clearly someone saying that I should be arrested. And the deleted comment responding to this right away was someone doxing my family, just to be clear. Now,
Front.
this is way more serious than saying CPS should be called on you. It's saying the fucking cops should be called on you. Like, the fucking you know what I do? CPS reports, bro. He feels scared. He feels targeted because he knows they are not against me. That's it. those things are harassment, but if one of them was, it would be what that guy tried to do. Not fucking calling the cops on someone puts them in real danger. Pulling CPS on them. Calling CPS on them does not cause any immediate. Okay? Not the same thing as trying to do what it is.
At first, I thought it was crazy. I was like, actually going to protect them. But after 2 years pass, and the shit just keeps piling up, there's literally no way to explain this. In my content, Noob, I explore the idea.
Enemy RCXD detected.
Selectively as a form of action.
You're a literal conspiracy theorist. You're insane fucker. Has been captured by communists, Reddit, Hamas. RCX captured by communists, and it's also Hamas.
Big on.
Ignore, protect, elevate the people that they do. Something on my Twitch channel as a form of protest, being petty, honestly, just wanting people on Twitch to on the same day we launched it, our stream was closed for 30 days. We got a suspension for
This happens constantly. I
You're making noise.
you can find clips saying that I denounce what he's saying, but otherwise I have to do it constantly. And there was another guy who had a video from
Hostile trap sighted.
By the way of Ethan Klein giving
Hostile
showing what these moments in his videos.
Do not fuck with me. Let's fucking go!
for encouraging glorifying extreme violence. Hassan's footage, I think, doing it on their pathetically obvious. Nothing's changed.
Hey!
Don't give a fuck. I got banned for 30 days.
Give a fuck. Celebrity, they would favor you. The fact that they aren't favoring you speaks fucking volumes. The fact that they aren't favoring you.
Wasted.
On their knees for you.
We got the lead. Now hold it.
Hold fire. I'm on your side.
You could do whatever. And the reason why is because you know that you're in the wrong and that you're fucking lying to form a narrative of harassment around what is actually criticism. By the way, you're Agent Healer.
This shit ain't working. We've lost the advantage.
Excruciating training to test your sense of smell. Think about it.
It makes sense. And, people are always on
We've taken control.
Right? And that's why I
Molotov out.
glorifying extreme violence. A member of our team has reviewed it. We have determined that your account
Okay, so your account was reinstated. And why are you speaking so dramatically?
due to your violation of community guidelines.
Why? Why is this
I've never been so black-pilled in my life. I feel
Crimson's on their heels. Hit them hard.
Enemy's got a shock tower.
Meaning that your initial narrative that you told Hassan you were banned for that was proven wrong because you were unbanned. They said that it was incorrect.
and that the world has gone fucking
Crimson's falling back. Hell of a show today, Black Ops.
You think the fucking Reddit and Twitch social media platforms are out to get you? You're a fucking insane moron. Foreign political views. It's the first time he's ever had people say no to him in his life. This is the result he's got. They're both San Francisco-based
in San Francisco. Their headquarters.
Oh my God, he's literally doing a connect the dots conspiracy theory. Oh, I need the meme. He's doing it. He's doing the thing. He's doing this. He's doing this. This is Ethan. It's fine. He's literally drawing the headquarters. It's the same thing. Can't fucking believe it. It's so perfect. Wow, this is Ethan. You are a crazy conspiracy theorist motherfucker.
Interesting because it shows there's some culture happening in this tech space. I think that these people are all very similar-minded. I think that's what this is telling me.
They're all Hamas. They're all Hamas.
Tech companies, you got to fall in line. You know what I mean? You got to be one of the good guys. Actually, I found out that our stream got suspended for 30 days live on the podcast.
Is this your account? Oh, your account is currently suspended.
This is just relitigating what you just said. This changes nothing.
I got to file an appeal. Okay.
Oh my God! It got banned for encouraging or glorifying extreme violence.
Oh,
that's Hassan's content that's on your platform that he didn't get in trouble for. Holy fuck!
How long has it been?
I mean, it should be only a day ban, right? In theory.
Oh my God, he's pacing around the room thinking about this.
Ban because it's his content.
Guys, I got a 30-day ban.
30 days?
30 day, and I didn't even say.
This is crazy. Like, I just want to note, like, this video is supposedly about the stalkers are coming for my children, and like 2/3 of the video is just relitigating his fucking beefs with like Hassan and like people who he considers to be like Hassan orbiters or whatever. It's, oh my God, does nothing matter to you? Aside from internet beef with Hassan Piker, I'm not entirely convinced that this isn't a bit. There are parts of this that make me think this is like an elaborate Tim and Eric style bit. The only thing that makes me think that it might not be is that he's too stupid for that sort of thing. Like, I feel like this is the sort of thing that like Tim Heidecker would do as like a joke, but he couldn't do it because he's Tim Heidecker and everyone would know that it's a joke. Like this whole thing, it's just so absurd, so stupid. I cannot believe that he's genuine, but I guess he is. I especially cannot believe that like the people who are supporting him in this, like Destiny fans and stuff, are also pretending that they believe it. They seem to like they're genuinely trying to make you think that they buy it. I don't fucking believe that. They just pretend to back him because he's against Hassan. This is genuinely insane conspiracy bullshit. Anyone can see it. Like a lot of this shit is so ridiculous that I can't fucking believe it. Like my lawyers can't do shit. I can't punch the table. And bringing up Giardia randomly. There was also the moment where he like almost cried on stream because Hassan refused to watch his video. Like those moments make me think it's a joke. I genuinely cannot fathom that they are not a joke, but apparently it's real. It's so weird. If this came out eventually that this was like a joke and that like Tim Heidecker, who I think knows Ethan Klein, was involved, this would be like legitimately insane. Like amazing next level performance art, and I would give them a fucking Oscar for it, honestly. But I find that's my conspiracy theory. There's no fucking way I'm right though. Ethan Klein is not smart enough for that.
I didn't 30-day ban. I mean, it was worth it to do this just for this. I'm surprised that they're this pathetic.
Yeah, because I genuinely am too.
That's a manual ban too.
Now, after our appeal was denied, the story started.
How do you know it's a manual ban?
Go viral for its blatant, obvious, laughably absurd hypocrisy.
Went viral among fucking morons like Destiny Orbiter accounts on Twitter. Yeah, dude.
They panicked and unbanned our stream with an apology. We're so sorry for the inconvenience. We made the wrong decision. Well, somebody made the wrong decision manually twice. You want to fucking explain that shit?
Manually. You have no proof of that.
Well, here we are, where it's acceptable to call child protective services on people as an act of political protest.
No one called them on you as an act of political protest. We don't even know if they were called on you. And there was clear, valid reasoning for doing so, given that you openly said on your stream that your kids had contracted a parasite and you insinuated that it was from eating dog shit. Clearly, it's a valid report.
The website Reddit.
And clearly, given that Healer said that they are continuing their investigation into you, CPS themselves think that they have valid grounds to investigate further. You have said so much about this that you have delegitimized your own bullshit.
In which they do not care, they protect it, they enable it. I have a meeting with CPS on Wednesday where they're going to...
You would not have another meeting with CPS, Ethan, unless they thought there was a valid reason to investigate you. This does not happen just because someone calls them. They saw something in your house that made them concerned. It's that simple.
Talk to my fucking children. Twitch is banning us for showing Hassan promoting
Twitch did not ban you, they unbanned you.
Terrorism. Banned me for 30 days, no punishment for him. What the fuck?
Why are you leaving out the fact that they said it was an erroneous ban?
What's going on? As I prepare to meet CPS agents to talk to our children, I wonder, at what point has this gone too far? And how much worse can it get before something is done about it?
Oh my God, he's just a self-victimizing moron. Like, it's narrativization. All of it is false bullshit. I mean, what else is there to say? insane conspiracy theorist, genuinely believes it is the center of the world, and there's like a massive gang stalking conspiracy being led by multiple Hamas-controlled mainstream American social media platforms to